First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Back here for Fox 12 Now, and looking at that, there it is. This is how the Fire ended that game last night with that 98-96 win over the Liberty. Sarah Ashley Barker making that shot, and we're getting that rebound anyway after Bridget missed that other shot. The first one, but pretty amazing end to that, and the first win in franchise history here in Portland coming here. That's a pretty amazing scene. You can even see the energy. I mean, you can feel the energy. It's coming out of that building right there because of that. Sarah Ashley Barker also had a rough week on a personal level. Don't know exactly what transpired, but lost someone in her personal life. And then to be able to power through, play this game, get that game-winning shot, and the first win in history, going down in history, really, for the Portland Fire with that, pretty awesome. So we're going to hear from some of the players, and we're going to hear from the coach, of course, Alex Sarama, getting his first win as head coach of the Portland Fire. A lot here. So we're going to listen into some of this, and in just a little bit as well, we're going to hear from the one of the broadcasters, Asia Ellison, who's going to join us live to talk about her experience there and just what it was like and what she's hoping for going forward. But let's go ahead and listen in on some of this now.
Wow. Really tough to put into words just how proud I am of the group. And I just said that in the locker room. I mean, that was just special seeing what they did tonight. Just so many things to talk about in terms of literally everything we've asked them to do, they did. Like the game plan, I haven't been part of a game that I've coached my whole career where the game plan was executed better than that. Just incredible, and I can't wait to see where we're going to go as a group. Obviously, few talking points. I think BC, 26 points, really efficient shooting, and after that first game, we were looking at how can we get her the ball more in scoring areas where she can still get great quality shots, and it was just the way she responded, incredible. And not just that, but the defense, like multiple possessions where she was locking Stewie down, came up with 4 steals. Incredible. So Carla, again, like 21, I think she finished with, getting such efficient shots, and kind of we adapted to how they were guarding us, and I think she found really good solutions as we went through the game and as we kept kind of talking about it in timeouts. And I said to the group just now, it's tough to just talk about individuals because it was truly a case of everyone stepping up, especially defensively. Obviously, the game plan, I think, was clear in terms of how we were trying to disrupt and slow Stewie down, which is obviously incredibly hard. Best player in the world, but I just so proud of the group in terms of how they're actually able to execute it and do like a completely unique defense for the first time and actually pull it out perfectly in the game. But New York, really good team. Obviously, we got them again in 2 days, and they're going to make adjustments. We're going to make adjustments too. There's a lot we can get better at, but just it would be incredible to see. I think we're going to see a packed building in 2 nights time. But the energy, the support from the crowd, immense. So again, I keep thanking the fans, but that's what happens when they give us the energy. We're able to get back in the game, go on those runs. So grateful for this fan base.
What do you think it represents for the performance generally that, a hustle play, an offensive rebound from Sarah Ashley is the way that you end up winning the game?
That's Portland Fire 101. That's how we're going to play this year. It's we want teams to come here and not look forward to playing us on the schedule because no team in the league is going to play harder than us. And that's what the game plan is every single game for the rest of the season.
And for Sarah Ashley, individually to come up with that play, what does it say about what she's provided these first couple weeks?
It's been seeing her growth in 3 weeks. I think I haven't spoken about this, but we were essentially playing her out of position the whole training camp. She was playing as the 1, and there was tons of failure, tons of turnovers, and we just kept saying this is what we want. Because this is you figuring out great solutions, and it's just, and then in that last game we saw some really nice reads when she was handling in our triggers, but she does everything, and I think what we're getting from her on both ends, it's not just the defense now, offense. I think she's really finding a role, and excited to see her continue momentum.
It seems like it took a while for you to get the timeout when you were trying to get Carla out of the game when she
Yeah, I think it was just, it was so loud. It was so loud in there, so I think it was just ref struggled hearing. But, yeah.
She's obviously all good. Was that?
Yeah, she's fine. Yeah.
What was going through your mind as that ball went up and then seeing what happened right after?
It was a surreal feeling. Just like sheer elation in the moment and just so proud for the players. And then but I wanted it to be their moment, so that's why I left pretty, got off the court pretty quick, because it's all about them, and just so proud of what we did tonight.
Maya gave a lot off the bench in her first game. Just your thoughts on the shooting and just the toughness.
Yeah, just said to her, like, those threes could not have been more timely. I felt they really kept us in the game, or allowed us to come back in the game, especially when they were stealing those unders. Like, she's a great pull-up three. She's a great shooter from three on those pull-ups. So, yeah, for her first game coming in and having to play backup point and just giving us such a lot in those minutes, really proud of her.
What about Emily? She had 3 blocks. She also did an incredible job on Stewie. Like, what was your game plan for guarding who you call the best player in the world?
So, Em, again, it's the things which don't always show up on the box score. She was everywhere on both ends tonight. Like, those blocks, I felt really set the tone early on, especially that one on Stewie. Like, that's the commitment we got to have, where we're not letting anyone get, like, uncontested shots at the rim this year. Like, we're going all out to get heavily contest those, and she, like, was the epitome of that in that first quarter and throughout the game. And then I felt it wasn't just Stewie, but also she did a great job on Astier, because that's like a brand new type of defense, that's new to her. And that was obviously a key part of the game plan. And, Astier still had 24. She's a great player. But, at the half, Stewie had 4 points. And that was, it was a stage where she had, 0, and incredible offensive player. And it was just like, for the best players in the league, like, we have to take calculated risks and be willing to innovate defensively and try different things.
You guys punched first at the start of the third quarter. Liberty obviously regained the lead heading into the fourth, but then you guys had them play on their heels for that entire final quarter. I guess why do you think you were so successful at kind of making them more the team with the backs against the wall?
Yeah, I felt like imposing how we want to play. I felt we did a really good job of that. Like, the defense, I felt, was like, what a turnaround from that last game. Like, all the things like we looked at on film they were bringing. And then I think my philosophy, I'm really big on using the bench and playing the bench. I think it's really important for player development, and also just the way we want to play with maximum intensity and intentionality. I felt like we had, the energy, because we kept coming in and we used the bench, and I think that was a key part of it. I can't remember the stat, but I think like our bench points were, I think they were pretty good tonight, but it's just like everyone was contributing in that second unit. So, yeah.
You said it's not about you, but you just got your first one as a head coach, and obviously this franchise's first win. So how does that feel for you personally?
I'm about to enjoy a very nice bottle of Prosecco. But no, it means the world, truly, like, to do it here. This is like a special place, and I've realized that already. And I'm so excited to see what we're going to build here with the pieces we have, the staff we have, and it's not just the coaches, it's the incredible performance team, the front office. Like, I really truly believe that we're going to build something special in the long term here, and I just can't wait to see it through.
What did you see from Haley? Because it looked like she got more minutes tonight, got some awesome defense, got out into transition. What did you see from her during practice that gave her just more minutes today?
That's a really good point. I mean, 6 points, 5 rebounds off the bench, and she's the ultimate pro in terms of, in that first game, she didn't play the first half. She came in the second half, played great, gave us great energy, and she had, it was 11 minutes tonight, but I felt like every minute she was in the right spots. She was very purposeful with our principles of play in terms of what we want to do offensively and defensively. So great. Like, she's going to be a valuable piece, and I think she's just picking things up so fast, and I think the whole team is, and that's what's so encouraging to see.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Alex. Congrats.
In history, you hit the first game winner for the first win in franchise history. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels amazing. It's been a rough 24 hours, I'll be honest, just with my family. The people that know the details. I'm not going to go into detail, but just for that to happen tonight and the support that my teammates, my coaches, this organization has given me the past 24 hours, like, I don't want to be anywhere else. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and that's all God's strength. At the end of the day, that's what got me through this game. That's what's going to continue to get me through the next couple months. But I'll leave it at that. This organization is something special. My teammates are something special, and you saw that tonight.
Do you feel like this was kind of meant to be or something like that, considering whatever you've been going through?
Yeah, absolutely. A God wink. That's what I'll call it.
Bridget, just, you had a great game, but for her to be there in that moment to grab that rebound, what does it say about the hustle that she provides?
I mean, that's who she is. I knew that last year when I had to play against her and how annoying it was to play against her because she's just active and crashes hard and is annoying on defense, and that's just the grittiness kind of player she is. So it's just a great example of when you do the little things, you're rewarded in moments like that. And my shot wasn't pretty, but it bricked perfectly into her hands, so it was meant to be that way. So I'm just really proud of her for pushing through and just being there when the moment was ready.
Sarah, can you just kind of take me through what was going through your mind as the ball was in the air and then, getting it and watching it go through the hoop?
Yeah, I mean, of course, she's a great shooter, so I think it's going in every single time, right? I mean, and then I just kind of saw it, going to the side, and so I knew just kind of crash and jam, that's what we call it, and so that's what I did. So I'll come off the backboard, and I knew I had to get it up quick, and so I just kind of tossed it up there, and it went in, so.
What was going through your mind when you were laying on the floor?
Honestly, it was like a surreal moment. It was just kind of like a thank you in a sense of, it was a rough game, I'll be honest. I wish I would have played better. But at the end of the day, you do the little things, you try to make up for things, and as long as you're playing hard, you're rewarded at the end. And so that's what I tried to do. I tried to continue to stay into the game, and it was great.
My first game back for you. What was it like to get out there and contribute the way that you did?
Super exciting. Great group of girls, so super excited to be playing with them. I just go out there and I just want to contribute. That's it. So just go get what I can.
What were you thinking when Sarah Ashley had that put back?
Hell yeah. I'm so happy for her, Like I said, I feel like she's a workhorse day in and day out. So I'm happy she gets to live through this moment. You deserve it.
Kamayo, so what's overall your first impression of this is the first game you've actually gotten to play with this group? How do you feel like it went for you?
I think I did what I could. I think there are areas where I could be better. I feel like, getting your feet wet in the first game is always a little nerve-wracking. So I feel like once I worked off my nerves, things became a lot more fluent for me. So I think I did pretty good.
What's this opportunity like for you? You've obviously bounced around, different W teams, different teams in Europe. You kind of get this fresh start with an expansion team. What is that like for you? I'm
grateful. I'm just blessed to be here. The opportunity that has been presented to me, Vanya has done an amazing job at just sending grace our way, So I appreciate her for that. Alex for giving me the chance tonight to be on the floor with them. And it's been good, I have no complaints about this team. It's amazing. Great organization.
After the win, I saw a couple of you guys shed a tear. What were the emotions stemming from? Was it just the win? Was it everything that you guys know is going, for Sarah Ashley? Is it kind of a combination of things?
Yeah, I think a combination, but also being so happy for our teammate, and especially what she has gone through the last 24 hours. It's just it's emotional. So I'm really, really proud and happy that we can all be there for her and she gets to embrace this moment. And yeah, I think that was also part of the excitement. Obviously, we're really happy we won the game. We're really happy we won the game, but just how it happened, I think it was just, again, like we said, meant to be.
And Bridget, you've played against these
again, hearing there from some of the players. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Portland Fire broadcaster Asia Ellison joining us to talk about that game and a whole lot more. Stick around. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with more Fox 12 Now. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm just going to get you pulled up here. We're in a break right now. And awesome. Hi, I'm Greg. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Greg. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining. I'm excited to talk to you. So we'll come back here and we got a couple of minutes left in this break, and then we'll come back. And the format here is very conversational. So I just want to talk about you a little bit. Being in Portland and the new job and all that stuff and what it's been like, and then talk about the game last night and and all of that, of course. I mean, so we'll just kind of chat for a bit. We've got like 10 minutes if that works for you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And I think that's the basics of it. And we'll have a good time. We've got some B-roll too. We'll probably throw over the top, I'm imagining, of the game and stuff. But do you have any questions or anything that you specifically want to talk about?
I mean, not at all. I mean, so far, lots to talk about with my experience here. And I mean, the game last night was just, it was beyond incredible. It was like the best thing I've ever been a part of. Like it was a lot of fun. It was intense, all these different emotions, but it was a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to talk specifically about the game and the team too.
I think everything you just said there. let's
Yes.
talk about all of that. Cool. All right. Well, we'll get set up here. It's about a minute more, and I'll do a quick intro and bring you on, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool.
First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Welcome back to Fox 12 Now. Thanks everybody for joining us. We appreciate it. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We're here every weekday. We cover a wide range of topics, but it's something that's a topic of mind for everybody right now. It's the Portland Fire last night with that huge win, the first in franchise history, getting that, and just the way that they did it with a buzzer beater with Sarah Ashley Barker. I mean, amazing game. And we want to talk about that and a whole lot more because right now we are joined by half of the Portland broadcast team on air. We've got Asia Ellison here with us. Asia, thank you so much for joining us here to be a part of this. Just got to fix that right there because we are live. And, really just having you on here is awesome. And I want to talk all about that game and what happened last night. But before we even do that, this is the second game for you, too, as far as the actual regular season. And you have so much broadcast experience across so many different places that you've been and games that you've covered and women's and men's and all of that. But I'm curious from your standpoint, coming into Portland, all the way out here and being part of this inaugural season, what's that like for you, as a broadcaster and just somebody who's here in the city?
Yeah, I mean, coming all the way from the East Coast too, I come from New Jersey and immediately, I mean, I did 5 games with the Valkyries as a fill-in last season, which was incredible. And just knowing when I got this opportunity, I was so excited just to know how special this was going to be. Because, you know, you work in this business and really you hope to be a part of moments that matter. And, you know, right now in Portland, what they're building here from the ground up, this franchise revived, it's just been so special. And you can really feel it, the energy, the atmosphere from the fans. You know, I'm walking down the street and people mistake me for a player all the time. But when they talk about just the basketball, the league, the WNBA, how special it is, this was back in 2022, so I was still a youngster running around, didn't really watch too much basketball at the time. So when I'm hearing all the history behind, you know, just the 3 years of that prior team in the past for Portland, how excited the fans are for it now, it's just so special. And, you know, for me to be a part of it with Elise Woodward, someone who I've worked with a lot in my career, specifically on the college level, I mean, it just couldn't be more perfect from this. It's just such a blessing, and it's just so special to be a part of.
That's awesome. And yeah, with you two having worked together, you know, before as well, as you mentioned. So what's that dynamic been like now that, you know, you're the duo, you're the team, you know, that you're the leaders of this, coming into a situation like that with somebody that you already knew?
Absolutely. I mean, and Elise has so much experience. She's actually covered my dad. My dad played for Seattle Supersonics clearly a while back. So she's covered my dad. So she's just a veteran, just an absolute rock star in this industry. So to be able to have her as a mentor, and not even just that, just as a friend, when I tell you work covering games together, it really does not feel like a job. It feels like just two girls, some best friends, chilling out, watching basketball, talking hoops. And it's just the most fun that I've really had in my career. This is my 4th year, and I feel like I've already just learned so much from Elise. And we have we work so well together. And I think just our balance between analysis, you know, the play-by-play and making those calls, the storytelling, you know, all the things that just make the broadcast so special. I think we both add all of those elements, and we do such a great job bouncing off one another, and we just have such a great time doing it. So, I mean, again, to have a job that does not feel like work, you're getting paid for it, you're getting to have this experience. I mean, I wouldn't do it any other way in life. I'm just so blessed and so grateful to work with Elise and to have the opportunity.
That's awesome. To have that camaraderie, I mean, that's such an important part of it. You know, some people can fake that on air, but if it's real, you know.
Oh yeah, it's not fake at all.
Yeah. That's awesome. And then just your time here in Portland too, you know, coming into the city, you mentioned, you know, coming from New Jersey, that's a big difference. Time-wise, weather, culture, all that stuff. But you know, you talked about walking down the street and just talking to people. You know, what's that interaction been like as far as the excitement that you've experienced anyway for the Portland Fire and what this fan base here has, you know, for the Fire and for women's sports in general?
Yeah, first and foremost, I think what I find so impressive about these fans, just outside of the obvious, which is, you know, the passion, the energy that they bring, these fans, they have basketball knowledge, they have IQ. Because you don't see a lot of that, especially now with social media the way it is. You're just hearing a lot of talking and, you know, naysayers and things like that. And you have fans that don't 100% know the game and they have their input. But these fans, they know all their stuff. They can tell you stats from just about anyone. I mean, I know, like, I've been at the desk, you know, about to go on call, and, you know, I have fans coming by and they're nicely like tapping me on the shoulder, like, yeah, you know, such and such, you know, she's coming off on her career high. Make sure, you know, get that down. It's like, oh yeah, like these fans really know their stuff. They are extremely passionate. And again, you know, haven't had a WNBA team in the city since 22. So you have fans that have waited 24 years for this moment. You have you know, those Gen Zs that are born afterwards who don't have an experience of a WNBA team here in Portland. So it just makes it that much more special. And I mean, even you talk about the crowd, the atmosphere from opening night, a sellout crowd. Ashanti came and pulled up for a halftime performance. She did an incredible job. But just that energy that I felt, I think even as a player, I have never felt something like that, what the Portland Fire fans gave, like even in my playing career back in college. So it just makes it so special. You walk into different, you know, I'll like sometimes hang out at the bar, gotta admit, but when I go out and hang out at the bars and you see on TV, you see the Fire coverage, and not even just games, you see news coverage. Like, everyone's in tune, everyone's watching women's sports. The WNBA is just at such a great place right now. So I think there's no better time than for expansion teams to come in and join in on the action. So, I mean, Portland is just doing such a great job. It's something so powerful again to be a part of, and it's just been so exciting. The city indeed has been buzzing. I mean, Portland indeed has lived up to its expectation from what I've heard of having the best fans in the country for women's sports.
That's awesome. And that's so great to hear too, that even when you're out, like you mentioned, out at the bar, like you're still feeling that energy, not even just at the stadium or at Moda. But when it comes to that, I mean, each game right now is making history because it's, setting the tone for everything else that's going to come with this franchise. But last night, man, with that first win, the way it happened, walk us through just from your standpoint, what it was like calling that game through the whole game, but then how that ended with that shot.
Yeah, realistically, going into the game, you don't know what to expect, right? You're playing against a New York Liberty team, which is, the league standard bearers and being a veteran team. They're expected to win the championship again this season. They've got MVPs down the list on the roster. So just an extremely talented, elite veteran team coming into this game against a new franchise in Portland where our players are young. We're still having time to get together and get acclimated into a system that Coach Alex Sarama is bringing into this franchise. So every game, I think you go in expecting, obviously you want the win, but you're just thinking like, okay, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to play extremely hard. And I know going into this one, having the battle with Brianna Stewart and Jonquel Jones and the rest of the lineup that the New York Liberty brings is tough. And I mean, from the tip, the energy that the Fire brought, the fans, everyone down the line, I think where I was so impressed with this game, and Alex Sarama had mentioned it in his interview, every point of emphasis that he had, every part of the game plan that he went into, from player personnel, how to guard Brianna Stewart, how to guard Jonquel Jones, how to guard Pauline Astier, Johannes. The team executed to a T. Every single player on the roster, every single staff, all the way to the video person who gave Alex Sarama the green light to make that, to have that review play towards the end of the game that was crucial. Everyone was on point. Staff, player, the fans, everyone was on point and contributed, and it was nearly a perfect game in terms of the execution, which is why, the Fire won the game. And I mean, to be tied with 6 seconds to go and you get a shot from Bridget Carlton doesn't go in, the way Sarah Ashley Barker, and that's what she does, went in, flew in. I couldn't even, from my line of vision, I couldn't even see her go in initially, but she did it. And then, like you see in every single basketball movie, the way that the ball, like slowly, I swear it was like a 2-minute period of the ball going in the air and going into the basket. It was so incredible. And I don't know if everyone knows this or if everyone got a chance to watch her post-game interview, but Sarah Ashley Barker, she actually, had a rough 24 hours. She had lost someone very close to her the day before, which I think a lot of people don't know. And she talked about like just how rough it was, but how the team was there for her. They had her back throughout the entire time. And she said going into this game, she wanted to have their backs the same way that they had hers. So when you see that, the dog pile at the end of the game and everyone cheering, the emotions, it's about the win, but it's so much bigger than that too. And I think that's something that I definitely want to point out as far as, for Sarah Ashley Barker, just to give her credit for coming into this game with having that on your mind. I personally know what that's like to lose someone close to you the night before a game. It happened to me in my college career. It's something that's not easy for anyone. So, I mean, for her to go in and to have the game that she had, I'm pulling up my stats here. She only had 5 points. Let's see. Yeah, she only had 5 points compared to the 13 that she's had in the previous game. She said that she was frustrated with her game, but it's like that right place, right time. 2 of those 5 points came at the most crucial moment. She won the game for the team. And just with everything that she's gone through, just so special. And to see the team behind her, come behind her, the coaches, everyone hugging, the fans hugging, it really is a family atmosphere. You could really feel it. You could feel the love from the fans, from the staff. I was embraced by head coach Alex Sarama at the end of the game. I got a chance to hug Sarah Ashley Barger. I got a chance to hug a bunch of fans. It just was so incredible. I think for me in my career so far, definitely one of the most special moments that I've been so happy to be a part of.
I mean, just that's just amazing, like all around. And when you talk about, a young team like this, as you're saying, they're young. This is a new franchise. Like they've really only even, and with the shortened preseason, they haven't had a whole lot of time together. So when you have a moment like this, how important is that for a team as far as the camaraderie and, being on the same page and using this as momentum to go forward when you have a game like this one?
Yeah, momentum is the key. And to your point, yeah, we all have to realize back in April, was April 6th, that's when we had the expansion draft. So there was no team up until like last month. So you have that on top of the fact that this is a young team. A lot of these players have not played with one another. They don't have a lot of experience in this league. And then you have Alex Sarama, who has this beautifully designed, innovative system that none of these players are familiar with. So, you have all of those factors, which forms that sort of adversity where, it's just going to take a lot of time to get to the prime, which whether it comes in this season or in the future season. So I think for this win specifically, in the fashion that it came in, at home, big crowd, there were 15,000, something like that, fans against the top team in the league right now in the New York Liberty. I mean, it gives a sense of a boost of confidence, huge momentum. I explained the way that they executed to a T from top to bottom. It also just shows for Alex Sarama, like, hey, this is our system. When we're all bought into it and it's executed nearly to perfection, great things will happen. And that's what, we saw with this win. And, moving forward, this is the momentum that they need. A win, every expansion team, I think that's one of the first goals to get under a belt is to get that win. I think last year with the Valkyries, it took a few to get a win in their belt and then they took off. So I think here for the Fire, just to get that win, to get it early, to get it at home, I think there's no more perfect script for it to happen than in that fashion. So I think, know that the team is just super happy to have that. It proves that this system is working and it just gives the players and the staff more confidence moving forward.
Well, get that weight off of their shoulders. You don't have to worry about getting that first win now and just momentum going forward. Well, A'ja, thank you, so much for joining us here to talk about this.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great talking to you. It's great hearing you and Elise, for the broadcast team, and looking forward to a whole lot more games. We got a lot left for this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Go Fire. Everybody continue to tune in, continue to show up and show all the love and support.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us here too. I really appreciate it, A'ja.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And for everybody watching, we need to get to a quick break. I went a little bit past where I should have, and so we're going to do that. We're going to come back. We've got plenty more to talk about here. So thanks for joining us. We are live streaming. This is the kind of thing that we get to do, though, is have conversations like that with A'ja Ellison. So awesome. We'll be back here in just a minute with more Fox 12 Now. Awesome. Thank you so much. That was great.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me anytime. Love to come on and talk.